The wind blows Pinellia, the popularity of the finale remains undiminished, thousands of topics are unlocked, and Zhao Liying's acting skills are once again a god. The harrowing inspirational drama The Wind Blows Pinellia starring the powerful actress Zhao Liying has updated all the episodes, and it ended perfectly. It proves that this high-quality work of Zhao Liying has contracted the joy of chasing dramas for many movie fans. It is no exaggeration to say that there is no recent drama that can be discussed together with The Wind Blows Pinellia. It is a proper hit of the year, and there are no gaps in the whole film. Not only is the cast brilliant, the production team is strong, the plot is grounded and real, and many viewers can find their own shadows in the protagonist group, although in recent years, there are only a lot of film and television works around independent women's entrepreneurship, but there are only a handful of them that can be remembered by the audience. In addition to the Beijing-style period drama The Little Woman Under the Zhengyang Gate, Zhao Liying's The Wind Blows Pinellia vividly interprets how women can break out of the tight encirclement with their strength in the shopping malls where men gather in the tide of the times, and realize their dreams. Self-worth, but the sincere emotions of the gang triangle and the separation and reunion of the Iron Five truly show the audience the real experience of a generation of businessmen. As early as December 14th, the official media announced the official closing of The Wind Blowing Pinellia, but the popularity remained undiminished. According to the data of the whole network, among the Maoian Hot List, the show won the Daily Crown for a total of 17 times and was on the list. There are more than 1,800 topics, and the total reading volume of Weibo topics is 12.8 billion. So far, the data is still rising. For a while, Zhao Liying's popularity reached the top again. In the finale, the three highlights are worthy of our repeated scrutiny. The first thing to talk about is the sense of fate in the finale. TV series are different, and the topics and discussions derived from them are naturally different. It is not difficult to find that after each episode is broadcast, fans will give in-depth interpretations. I believe many fans are like me. In the finale, they felt a sense of fate. Facts have proved that if you come out to mess around, you have to pay it back sooner or later. Subangsha has always been ashamed of the masses because he was implicated in the pollution incident. Although I have been using practical actions to supplement the fishermen, I still feel guilty in my heart. It shows that Subangsha is a very kind heroine. She is not like the heroines in other dramas who do whatever it takes to achieve their goals. When Chen Yuyu was seriously ill, and after his death, his offline has always been a stone in Subangsha's heart, hanging in his heart all the time, unable to land. Friends who have read the original novel should know that in the original novel, the series of anti-routine operations of pollution were written by Subangsha, probably to avoid the misunderstanding of the heroine by fans, so the adaptation was Chen Yuyu's idea. After all, Chen Yuyu is only the third male in the play. I thought that after Chen Yuyu went offline, there would be no follow-up related plots. But no one thought that in the finale, Subangsha did not follow the routine and surrendered himself to the relevant departments, confessing all the mistakes he made before. Chen Yuyu of the world gave a satisfactory explanation, and at the same time, Wu Jianshi, played by Liu Wei, an old drama player, lived up to expectations and got the punishment he deserved. In the beginning, when he took over Ergang in the province, in order to achieve his own goals, he tried his best to achieve his goal. He continued to perform tricks one after another, and forcibly discharged sewage. After being exposed by the masses, if Subangsha hadn't helped him out in time, Wu Jianshi would have sat in prison. But Wu Construction not only did not realize the seriousness of the problem, but even after handing over the site to Subangsha, he replaced the old equipment without permission. At least it was for his own strength, and at most it was to occupy state-owned assets. Conscience found out that he took the initiative to confess everything and was sentenced to 1 year in prison, which gave a satisfactory explanation to the audience on the whole network, otherwise it would be difficult to appease the public outrage. In contrast, Qiu Bizhang's ending was the worst. Although he made up for the company's troubles in time, the good times didn't last long. In order to repay Guo Kiden's favor, he fell on the dinner table and suffered a hemiplegia from then on. For a businessman, having this disease is no different from a vegetative state. In the entire Steel 5, only Feng Yu laughed at the end. He was hurt by love in the early stage, so he only wanted to invest, and he didn't get involved in other things. He lived a petty bourgeois life every day, extremely comfortable, and became a character in the show. Biggest winner. 2. Foreshadowing, Subangsha's line pushes The Wind Blows Pinellia to a new height. We all know the content of the 36 episodes of The Wind Blows Pinellia, and each episode will lay the groundwork for the subsequent plot. At the beginning of the chapter, the protagonist group started with scrap steel. The usual road, playing around the edges, registered many small companies, but with the improvement of relevant laws, many details are not up to standard, and the operation of the protagonist group will never keep up with the changes in the law. To sum it up in one sentence, it is breaking the law without knowing it. A single line immediately raised the conception of the whole drama and pushed the wind Blows Pinellia to a new height. In the end, the protagonist group was punished as it should be. Through the mouth of the protagonist group, the director conveyed a very important truth and value to the audience. Everyone will make mistakes in life. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. As long as you correct it in time, you can start over. However, the worst fear is knowing and making mistakes. 3. Zhao Liying's acting skills. The biggest highlight of the ending is still the powerful actress Zhao Liying. When Su Bangsha's company was in trouble, debt collectors even blocked her door, and they were bound to fight her to the death. At this time, Su's father said nothing. Not to mention, he just snatched the passbook from his wife, and even if he lost everything, he would help Su Bangsha solve the current predicament. Among the crowded crowd, he showed a father's love for his daughter to the fullest. How outrageous the first half is, the second half is high energy, worthy of being a national first-class actor. Wang Jinsong's explosive acting skills and Zhao Liying's truly have the effect of 1 + 1 greater than 2. His character design in the play is very similar to real life. All the fathers in the movie don't know how to express their love on weekdays, but at critical moments, they can always play a vital role. Su Bangsha looked at her father's back, and found the medicine bottle and bankbook left in the car, burst into tears instantly. Textbook-style crime scene. The audience in front of the screen instantly broke the defense. The scale was just right, more exaggerated, lest the points can't highlight the complex emotions in Su Bangsha's heart at the moment. Fenshin's acting skills deduce a strong woman in the face of difficulties, the touch of being helped by her relatives and the re-understanding of her father's love. Also, in the scene of persuading the workers in the factory, it also left a deep impression on the audience. While apologizing to everyone, while accepting the condemnation of everyone, his face was full of helplessness, and his eyes were full of drama. Su Bangsha's eyes were full of tears, and he might collapse at any time. With only 2 crime scenes, Zhao Liying was confirmed as a powerful actress. At the same time, she also severely hit those marketing accounts that mocked her. After The Big Sister was broadcast, many viewers called her Zhao Liying forbearance crime scene. With its strength, it has beaten many traffic actresses, and the famous scene of her crying alone has hundreds of millions of on-demand views. Wu Jianchi, played by Liu Wei, has also been on the hot search for many times. Because the steel factory is suspected of embezzling state-owned assets, the lawyer submitted 2 plans to Su Bangsha. One is to ask her to plead guilty, and the other is to ask Wu Jianchi to surrender. Choose, but the direction is completely different. For the sake of profit, the employees found Wu Jianchi privately without Su Bangsha's approval, and asked him to bear all the charges. At this time, Liu Wei, the old drama player, made a wild move, presenting the anger in Wu Jianchi's heart through solid lines and performances, either splashing red wine or throwing wine glasses. Typical of being out of breath, before surrendering, he specifically asked Su Bangsha to wait until he came on the day of the prison. She had to be picked up. When he said this, Wu Jianchi's eyes were already red, and he interpreted the fear in his heart quite well through the lines. The acting skills of the two are the masters in the true sense. Generally speaking, this wind-blowing Pinellia is worthy of our repeated review. There are no flaws in the whole play, and it can be scored 8.4 on Douban. It deserves its name. I believe that in a short time, treasure actress Zhao Liying will bring us a brand new masterpiece. I wonder if everyone has any different opinions on the finale of this drama? Welcome to bookmark, repost, leave a message, and connect 3 times with 1 click.